Hello, Patriots fans. Today brings a beautiful sunny day here in Michigan, where I live, and I have to admit, my skin's gotten a bit of sun. But let's shift our attention to what really matters, Patriots football. There are important conversations happening about the possibility of the Patriots trading back in the draft, as well as other topics circulating across social media related to New England. To start, a source connected to the team has suggested that the likelihood of the Patriots trading back is actually quite slim. Several scenarios for this upcoming draft have been analyzed, especially considering which teams might be tempted to move up to select prospects like Shedeur Sanders, possibly Tyler Warren, or Mason Graham. However, there's a lot of skepticism surrounding the feasibility of such moves. An insider from a team outside the top 10 even said they couldn't see any organization moving up to acquire the fourth overall pick. While that's just one opinion, it's worth noting that many scouts and coaches tend to echo similar sentiments, though it doesn't completely eliminate the possibility of a trade. The prevailing narrative still suggests that the top two selections are relatively clear, with the first likely being a well-known name and the second probably targeting one of the aforementioned prospects. Another player expected to be drafted soon is a quarterback. It's been previously discussed that he could fall in this draft, and with the event fast approaching, it's beginning to look like no team is especially eager to bring him in. Of course, there's always room for surprises, but it's worth considering which teams actually need a quarterback and how they've approached that need so far. Right now, there's a lot of doubt about whether any team truly wants to invest in this quarterback immediately. While it's possible that analysts could be wrong, when reviewing all the quarterback-needy teams and the moves they've already made, it becomes clear that many have gone in other directions. One team opted for a different quarterback, not necessarily a long-term answer, but a short-term solution. Another is chasing a different player entirely. Could he be their guy? Possibly, especially given the hefty investment they've made. Still, the future remains uncertain. A third team has already signed a quarterback, with their coach expressing confidence in him. Can they contend for a title with him in such a competitive division? Doubts persist, but it's clear that several teams in need of quarterbacks have already committed to temporary fixes, suggesting they may not be rushing to draft a QB like the one being discussed. Even other teams have added quarterbacks recently. Are they the answer? Probably not. The same goes for another player in the mix. Still, one of them did help lead a playoff run a few years back, and that pattern is becoming more apparent. Most believe that if a team does make a move to trade up, it won't be for this particular quarterback, especially not within the top 10. So what are your thoughts? Is this just a long shot or a more reasonable scenario? It's certainly a hot topic, and many would argue that speculation is part of the fun that surrounds the draft. Rumors and shifting narratives as things develop. If it does seem likely, which team could be eyeing a move and why? Your takes are welcome in the comments. Now, shifting gears, there's another story that's picking up steam. There's a report involving an offensive tackle from a specific team who allegedly didn't participate in voluntary offseason workouts and is currently seeking a contract extension. Right now, he's in the final year of his deal, which carries a $1.5 million cap hit. While the specifics of the guaranteed money remain unclear, there's growing chatter that his team should consider a trade. However, it appears that this organization cannot afford to miss on the fourth overall pick. They're expected to select a high-level talent, someone who could offer more value under a rookie contract than a veteran would. Sure, the veteran in question has more experience, but when weighing the pros and cons, it seems unlikely that the team would go through with the trade. This topic feels more like speculation than anything grounded in real movement, possibly an attempt to build a narrative. Still, if you believe the trade could be a good move, feel free to share your perspective. That said, teams must be cautious when it comes to trading valuable assets, especially high draft picks. Unless we're talking about a late-round selection, any deal involving a fourth overall pick requires serious consideration. If a seventh-rounder were to be offered for the offensive tackle, it might be worth it. He's shown flashes of quality play, but is he worth pursuing? Most would argue the chances of such a deal happening are slim. Which brings us to the next big question. Who is the team most likely to select with their top picks? As the draft draws closer, the field starts to narrow, and potential selections become clearer. Still, Draft night has a way of throwing in wild surprises that can turn everything upside down. There's a strong possibility that one specific player will be chosen, but plenty could change depending on how the board falls, especially with the unpredictability we've seen in past drafts. Recent trends suggest a particular position of need stands out for this team. There's buzz around both the offensive and defensive lines. While improvements have been made on defense, that doesn't rule out further additions. The stated goal is to land starters through this draft, with left tackle being a major priority, potentially addressed with the 4th or 38th overall pick, unless a trade changes the landscape. Still, a trade seems unlikely with this team. Fans might hope for some dramatic, movie-like twist, but chances remain low. So, whatever the team decides to do at that position, it must be a calculated move. They need someone who can make an immediate impact, especially at left tackle. The player chosen has to fit that need precisely. Your thoughts are welcome as the draft approaches, with ongoing conversations around all the latest developments. The anticipation for draft night continues to grow, and we're preparing for live coverage of the event, with more details to be announced soon for those who want to join the experience. It's shaping up to be an exciting occasion, so stay tuned for more updates. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Imagine this. The New England Patriots, a team desperate for a game-changing wide receiver, somehow pulls off a trade that sends the explosive Justin Jefferson to Foxborough. With rumors swirling, Patriots fans are on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting news that could turn their offense into a top contender once again. Could this be the move that revitalizes Bill Belichick's squad and takes them back to the Super Bowl? The potential arrival of Jefferson has the NFL buzzing, and it's not hard to see why. Jefferson, who is widely regarded as one of the best wide receivers in the league today, has been a standout player since his arrival in the NFL. After being drafted by the Minnesota Vikings in 2020, he quickly became a force to be reckoned with. In just 5 seasons, he's already racked up more receiving yards than any other player in NFL history over their first 5 seasons. His 2022 season was a masterpiece, with 128 receptions and 1,809 receiving yards, propelling him to Offensive Player of the Year honors. He has consistently delivered on the field, and now, it seems he might bring that excellence to a new home. The timing could not be more intriguing. Jefferson recently signed a massive 4-year, $140 million contract extension with the Vikings, making him the highest-paid non-quarterback in the NFL. But even with such a lucrative deal, whispers of a potential trade have emerged. With the Patriots looking to add a star to their roster, Jefferson's name has been mentioned as a perfect fit. New England has struggled to find a true number 1 wide receiver since the departure of Julian Edelman, and Jefferson's skills could be the answer to their offensive woes. A potential trade would not come without its challenges. The Vikings have built their offense around Jefferson, and parting ways with the superstar would require a significant offer. However, the Patriots' willingness to go all in for a player of Jefferson's caliber speaks volumes about their commitment to winning. For New England, acquiring a player like Jefferson could be the catalyst that elevates Mac Jones and the offense to the next level, while also providing Belichick with a weapon he's never had in the form of a dynamic, game-changing wide receiver. While the future remains uncertain, one thing is clear. The prospect of Justin Jefferson joining the New England Patriots is enough to make any NFL fan's heart race. The possibility of pairing one of the league's brightest stars with a championship-caliber coach like Belichick could be the perfect storm. Stay tuned, because this saga is far from over, and it could change the course of the Patriots' future in a way fans never saw coming. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.